it's over, bro. Oh shit, I hit the wrong thing. Damn. It's been a minute since I've been hitting my switches. Yes, sir. Yo. What's good? It's AJ, man. It's episode 24 of Midcarders and Catering podcast. I'm here. I'm here by myself, actually. I'm here by myself because my co-host Aunt P is out handling some business. He's in the process of moving. So yeah, he's moving on WrestleMania weekend. Like, that's the worst, bro. But anyway, shouts out to him and congrats on the move. I think he will be back for what we have going on this weekend and everything. But anywho, last episode was the Ant P episode, right? So y'all just got Ant by himself because I was out on vacation for my birthday last week. I was in New Orleans having a ball, partying, romance, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a wonderful, wonderful time I had. Thank you all for your birthday wishes, by the way. I appreciate that. Everybody who sent love and good vibes toward me, man. I really, really appreciate all of that and everything. But now you're getting the AJ episode. You're getting the episode with just me. So we're gonna get through this whole episode. Like, we're gonna talk WrestleMania 39. We finally asked the recording of this podcast episode right now. We just got the final cards for night 1 and night 2 for WrestleMania 39, and I'll probably hop into Stand and Deliver a little bit. We probably won't be a very long-winded on this episode. I'll try not to be, but if I am, bear with me. Also gonna jump into a little bit of newsworthy items too. That too. This week, wrestling wise, I probably only cover like Raw a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what I remember, it's just been like a real overwhelming week with like all this information, all these events going on and the such. We probably won't be talking about AEW Dynamite a little bit, other than like Adam Cole returning back to in-ring action last night, breaking the fourth wall, by the way. I'm recording this early because I'm dropping this episode early because we got so much going on this week. I want to be able to get our Mania predictions out there. I have Ant's predictions for WrestleMania. I didn't get his Stand and Deliver. I totally forgot about that. But I have predictions for Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania 39 as well. So, yeah, other than that, everything is going well in terms of my week. It's just been real chill, laxed. Definitely been like taking it easy after having such fun over the last middle of last week throughout the weekend. So kind of taking it easy, keeping it cool, playing a lot of WWE 2K23, a lot, which I expected because honestly, I knew it was going to like totally take over my life when it came out, because I enjoyed 22 so much that 23 was only going to just be a heaven send. However, we need a big patch, developers. The devs of 2K23, we need a big patch. We need a huge patch to fix a lot of issues. We got to fix universe mode a little bit. I am feeling universe mode. That's really where I spend a lot of my time on the game, playing universe mode. I haven't tapped into My Rise yet. I did play My Rise last year and I really enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. But I'm gonna get in My Rise this year too. But however, I will say that like there are certain things that need to be fixed in like universe mode, namely like entrances. And yes, I'm putting that out there in audio form, so this can be heard. Hopefully it catches one of their ears, so they know exactly what's wrong. Um, like for example, like Roman Reigns, when you try to sync him with Paul Heyman as his manager, he doesn't come out with Paul Heyman. He just does the double title entrance. That's base layer in the game, and it's like, bro, we want to see the Roman entrance. We want the whole thing. So that right there is an example. Also, like it seems to be something wrong with like trios entrances too on the game. Like um damage control won't all come out together. And yes, I do have the settings for them to come out together too, by the way. But for some reason, like all when you try to bring Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai out together, you only usually get like 2 out of the 3. So it's kind of like strange, bro. It's pretty weird, but hopefully it gets fixed soon. Um, but overall, the game feels like an upgrade from last year. It looks spectacular. I play on PC. Um, like last year, last 2K22, I bought twice. Okay, so I bought it once on PS5. I think I bought on PS5, and then I ended up buying it on PC when I saw how much I could do on PC, like in terms of like adding my own music. Um, you know, it just kind of like, I mean, last year I think it was the last gen that was on PC, but it was on PC anyway. It's still PC, so it still played, and it looked just as well. But it was certain differences that wasn't matching up with like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions. But however, this year you got the complete next gen on PC too. So now you can see the differences between what we got last year and what we got this year. Like, for example, like the belts weren't as shiny last year on PC as they are this year. Like this year, they're like perfect, immaculate. Like you can totally see like the ray tracing and everything in that. So, shouts out to 2K for giving us another banger. Like y'all are 2 for 2 right now in terms of like the new the new re-engineered version on a new engine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all 2 for 2. So 2K24, I know that's gonna be like astronomically good. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that needs to get fixed. Cody Rhodes entrance. Okay. Like for some reason, when you put a different attire on Cody, it mutes his music when you bring him out. So I don't know what that's about. That's kind of like strange, but that's another thing that needs to be fixed. Like it's a few things, man. It's a few things, but overall, I'm enjoying. I'm loving the game. I wow. I don't even know if I necessarily have a fave, like who I like to play with the most. I do like Cody Rhodes a lot on the game. Cody plays really, really well. I love his move set. Roman is a lot of fun. Um, trying to think of another guy. Trying to think of another guy that I really, really like. Seth is always going to be fun to play with. I played with Seth a lot last year. Man, I'm really trying to think here. Well, I don't know, but I can talk about the women. The women for sure are a lot of fun. Like Bailey is by far like one of the coldest on the game. Like I love Bailey on there. I like Raquel Rodriguez a lot on there too. Like she like just a big powerhouse of a woman. Totally fun to play with. Rhea Ripley's fun to play with. Bianca's fun to play with. Becky Lynch is fun to play with. It's just it's so many. Io Sky is fun to play with. Like it's just so many endless possibilities. Like there's so much to do on the game, and there's so many different ways you can have fun with it. Carmelo Hayes is fun. Carmelo Hayes is pretty fun. Um, Also another, he was added this year, to the roster. Grayson Waller is also another one. He's another one. Like he's really fun. I like his move set too. But yeah, so that's been my whole week. I'm so used to asking, like, yo, So how's your week been? But I'm the only one that's here and I don't have a guest. So I'm kind of just like talking with myself and talking to you, the listeners. So that's what this is all about. And actually I'm pretty comfortable with this. It's kind of crazy, kind of scary. But anyway, yeah, that was just my whole little spiel. I guess now we can get to a little bit of news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
All right. So first thing on the docket, the WWE sale is looking like it's looking real lucrative for whoever is going to tap in into buying it right now. Um there was a CNBC portion over the week where they brought up what's currently going on. They mentioned multiple bidders. I know before me and Ant kind of like had our like assumptions about who was going to try to tap in, who's going to think about buying. In terms of like NBC, Universal, and Fox, Fox, Disney, and it seems like maybe when it comes to NBC Universal, who I believe is owned by Comcast, and Fox, I think more so they care more about the TV rights opposed to like actually owning the entire company. So right now it's looking like, they have bidders, they have Saudis, a few private equities, an RMT with Endeavor. That's probably the most interesting that stuck out to me. If you know about Endeavor, Endeavor is who pretty much like owns UFC. So it kind of have them all inside of a package. So like Endeavor buys WWE, that would be very, very interesting. Like you can really like put that into a nice package with the UFC. And you already know like the UFC and the WWE have had like a pretty good relationship in the past and whatnot. So it's only who knows where that can go with that. So it's also very, very a key note in this is Vince McMahon. He has a real willingness to sell the company without his presence going forward beyond that. So, like we were saying before, Vince coming back was more of a I'm ready to cash out. Vince is 77 years old. Like he's done with the traveling road show. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's time for him to like really hang it up and go off into the sunset and handle his, negligent affairs and everything, like whatever lawsuits he's got coming. Got to take care of all of that. Um, but yeah, it's his time to go. It's time to go. He recognizes that, and he's leaving the company in really good hands with Nick Khan and Hunter. Stephanie's no longer there for now. But it's really, really like the company is never been more profitable and have had so much revenue quite like today. It's really, really looking really good for whomever buys the company. If it was my assumption to guess who probably will end up buying WWE have had they like if they actually sell, I think Endeavor is like pretty much the buyers here. Like this is an entertainment company, and this is a very lucrative entertainment company. And to be on that side of reality and entertainment, that's basically UFC WWE hand in hand. So I think that would be really, really great going forward. Um Nick Khan, he's been in a few conversations this week, few interviews, because I mean it's WrestleMania week, so it's got to be, it's a lot of press you have to do. um he says WWE is open to conversations regarding possible PLE upcharges. So as you know now, we get our PLEs with our um Peacock subscriptions. Our subscriptions to Peacock, we get pretty much all of WWE content and everything that we got, with WWE Network here in the United States. Um, and they're thinking about possibly charging us a little more to watch the PLEs. And like we said before, man, Nick Khan, he's a bag getter, bro. This is what Nick Khan does. So if they're gonna raise the prices on PLEs, I mean, who knows? Who knows what that may look like? Maybe it might be like an extra, I don't know, maybe an extra $3 a month, for that on that Peacock subscription for the PLE premium. I don't know. Like that's just the power of streaming services now. It's just they can put so many different paywalls behind another paywall behind another, and it's just, yeah, it can be nasty, but at the same time, like I see that, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I feel like I have it made as a subscriber. You know what I'm saying? Like I get I have Peacock like the base, so I still kind of get I still get ads in my Peacock subscription, but like I don't have to pay for paper PLEs anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can go back and watch old PLEs if I want to. You know what I'm saying? So for just that flat rate for just having Peacock. So um who knows? Who knows where it can go from there? But um yeah, it's pretty cool to think about. Also, I don't have like CM Punk news. I know Ant talked about that. His on his episode. I guess to piggyback off of Ant, I did happen to listen to um Renee Paquette um sessions this week. She had her husband, John Moxley, on there as a guest. Surprising. I mean, John Moxley hates doing interviews, and he said he's not the most sociable, but that's his wife. So of course he's gonna talk to his wife. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's a pretty cool episode. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I kind of like enjoyed hearing Moxley be that candid about himself, about the business, about his positions within AEW, and how he's kind of like coaching but not coaching, and everything. It was just pretty cool to hear that from him. And then him and Renee got, real personable about their own personal life too, their family life, their, what I'm saying, the ins and out of how they operate while they're out on the roads and whatnot. Like it was a pretty cool episode. But when it came to CM Punk, they didn't really even say his name on the episode. It started off with it. You know what I'm saying? It started off. Renee was just like, "Yo, do you want to actually talk about like this big elephant in the room?" And John Moxley said, "There is no fucking elephant in the room. Like, for what? Like, I don't need to talk about that shit." And that's pretty much where he left it. You know what I'm saying? They got into a few little small details, but it really wasn't nothing that like stood out. You know what I'm saying? And then, during the week when they said he was going to really address the CM Punk situation on there, he didn't really address it at all. He just kind of just said, whatever, who cares, fuck it. So who can really blame him? Um, like, I mean, it's over. This is something that happened back in June when he was interim champ. Um, it was this idea that was pitched. CM Punk didn't feel like he was in the best health for it, so it just didn't happen, and that's that. So who knows? I mean, there is a lot of talk right now about Punk possibly returning soon to AEW. Who knows? I don't know, but Punk did. Last time Punk, and I'm sure Ant talked about, you the big long ass note on IG stories and just rambling like how Punk actually talks, and that's neither here nor there. Whatever. We'll see what happens from there. And that's that. So that's the news for this week. It's not really a whole lot. I mean, it's a lot of promotion, a lot of promoting for WrestleMania, night one and night two. We finally have the final cards for the matches happening on night one and night two. And let me say, Night 2 is looking crazy. Night 2 look like one of them ones, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Night 1 looks good. Night 1 looks good. It looks good, but and I kind of see it a match that can pretty much steal the night for night 1 possibly, but night 2, ooh, Sunday is loaded, man. So we're gonna tap into that real quick, and then we're gonna hop into some WrestleMania predictions and see what we got from there.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
I am the strongest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the greatest, and now there is no denying that I am the B-E-S-T.
You fucking must acknowledge me.
Dom DeMarco.
All right, so let's start off, man. Let's talk about Raw a little bit. It's just, I mean, this is a Raw Go Home show. I won't say like a whole lot really took place, like a whole lot of like storyline movement. It was a lot of vignettes, a lot of promoting, just vignettes for go homes that they do for WrestleMania. Just building up these matches, building up these stories as we go on. So really, really exciting things about that. We did have a few matches. Becky Lynch opened up taking on Io Sky, defeated her with a manhandle slam. Seth Rollins stumped out Mustafa Ali. Clean got him out of there quick. The Street Profits and Braun Strowman and Ricochet, they beat Alpha Academy, Viking Raiders, in a I think that was a 8-man tag? Yeah, 8-man tag match. Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green got their ticket to WrestleMania by defeating Mi Chin and Candice LeRae. They got to be having something for like Candice LeRae post WrestleMania, because right now that she just taking L's. So they probably got big plans for after this. I think the timing of it all for her, returning and everything, they kind of just like put her wherever they could fit her in. But I feel like a lot of plans are in motion for her like after WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio, he defeated Damian Priest via DQ because Dominic interfered. You know what I'm saying? He beat up his dad. And then Legado del Fantasma came out for the save and everything. So that right there just heated up everything for their matchup. This is a match I'm really, really looking forward to seeing, because behind the Bloodline, Sami Zayn and then Cody and Roman, I feel like Ray and Dominic have had like one of the best builds. You know what I'm saying? Right up there with those two. So really looking forward to that. Gunther basically squashed Dolph Ziggler. That's nothing, but it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? They had Gunther wrestle on Raw, so that was pretty interesting right there. It was kind of like, not, I won't say unexpected. I think they did announce it earlier that he was going to be on there, so that was that. They didn't necessarily say who he would be facing though. They just kind of said Gunther is going to be in action. And the main event, interesting, very interesting main event. Cody Rhodes defeats Solo Sikoa clean, which, I mean, you got to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's either you got to finish it clean or you have to finish it via DQ, which I thought they were just going to put the beats on Cody and everything, but you got to keep Cody strong going into WrestleMania. And Solo was still undefeated since he's been on main roster. So Solo finally ate the pin. This is a pretty good match too, a real good match. I think he had to take like 2 Cody cutters and 2 crossroads to defeat Solo. So it's not like, it wasn't a an easy win for Cody. Like he still had to like really sell Solo as really being that strong enforcer that he is. So in a way, he still protected Solo. So Solo's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? Going post WrestleMania and into his future. So he's still gonna look like that street champ enforcer that he is. But yeah, Cody Rhodes defeats Solo. Actually during this match, the Usos come out, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out because the Usos like they were about to interfere. And Kevin Owens and Sammy come out, and then they just scrap them out, out of the arena. So just to build up to their tag match at WrestleMania, um, that's coming up. So yeah, that was Raw. Um, I guess I'm gonna get into a little. I guess right now we'll start predictions now. You know what I'm saying? I won't necessarily talk about what happened at NXT. NXT was taped this past week, so everything that all the spoilers were already kind of like out there. But just take a look at I'll tap into Stand and Deliver Los Angeles. So this honestly I think this is going to be a pretty solid Stand and Deliver. But let's start off with winner gets control of Chase U. This is the Schism versus Chase U with Tyler Bate. So that's an interesting excuse me, an interesting addition to Chase U as of late. They've kind of added on Tyler Bate. So this is also going to be the first match where we see Ava Raine, aka Simone Johnson, the daughter of The Rock. This is going to be her debut match. So we finally get to see her wrestle. So this is going to be pretty this is going to be pretty cool, seeing her versus Thea Hale at some point during this match. However, I have predicted, putting on my Nostradamus cap, I think the Schism is going to run away with this. I think they're going to beat Chase U. If I'm not mistaken, I think they took an L to Chase U. Actually, Tyler Bate won a match, if I'm not mistaken, this past week on NXT. So yeah, I think the Schism is going to win this. They kind of been losing a lot lately, so I think it's time for them to get a win. Personally, so I think they're probably going to get control of Chase U, and I think it's going to be making things a little more interesting, especially when you see like Duke Hudson, like how he's just in the background now. He seems to be like really displeased with like how things have been. He's just kind of acting real funny. So maybe this is the change that Duke Hudson wants for Chase U. Who knows? But yeah, it's looking pretty interesting there. So next on my docket, I have the unsanctioned match, Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller. Honestly, I think this might be maybe up there with match of the night. I think it's going to be one of those special ones, personally. But I got Johnny Gargano winning here. I mean, Johnny got beat up in front of his wife and kid at home. So, yeah. And this is Johnny's like final bout in NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gone after this. Like he's like, okay, I'm strictly main roster now. I'm done. So long NXT. Grayson Waller, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. There's gonna be big things planned ahead for Grayson Waller beyond this. So we got the NXT Tag Team Championship match. This is a 3-way tag match. This is Gallus versus the Creeds versus Tony D'Angelo and Stax. This match, I got the Creeds winning this. I don't see Gallus winning. I think Gallus was just like babysitting those titles until Stand and Deliver. So will Gallus be like going back to I don't necessarily know when NXT Europe is supposed to be launching, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of NXT UK people are like here now. So I'm kind of guessing that yeah, I think the Creeds are gonna just win it again. I think they're gonna win, they're gonna get the tag belts again. I don't really see Tony D and Stax winning. However, I do see Stax like having a pretty good match here. So yeah, that's my pick. For that, I got the Creeds winning that match. Next we got the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match: Kiana James and Fallon Henley versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Um, if you've been watching NXT, you've been noticing there's a lot of tension between Fallon and Kiana James, in terms of like her possibly, cheating on Brooks and whatnot. That's why I kind of see this, becoming a problem during this match. So I got Isla Dawn and Alba Fire winning this. Plus, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire just been being booked like strong as of late. Like they haven't. I don't think they've lost since they've been together. So I think they're going to end up with winning the tag team championship. And personally, I think this is the last time Alba Fire has a championship on main roster. On NXT, because after she drops that, she got to go to main roster, bro. Like it's time. It's time. It's time to end it. Next, the NXT North American Championship match. This is a 5-way. This match right here is going to be a banger. I mean, just look at the names we got. We got Wesley versus the debut of Dragon Lee versus Axiom versus JD McDonough versus Ilya Dragunov. Like, woo wee. Hold on, wait. I gotta. I'm sorry. I gotta. That's just man. Hold on, some more, man. I mean, like, come on, man. Like that right there is wild. Personally, I don't see Wesley walking out NXT North American champion on this. I think he's going to be dropping the belt that night. I think it's coming to an end for Wesley. I think he's had a pretty good run though. I wouldn't be surprised if he did win though. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Because I don't know what happens beyond him dropping that title really. But I have Ilya Dragunov winning this. Winning this match. I don't know what the plan is for NXT Europe going forward, in terms of when they're gonna launch this whole thing. But if you're gonna still have guys still be stateside for a while, I think putting that belt on Ilya Dragunov is probably something to think about. However, I don't know like what happens beyond, the actual NXT champ. The only way I see Ilya Dragunov not winning this is if he gets thrown into the main title picture with whoever wins between Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. If he's thrown into that. JD McDonough, I just don't know if I see him winning this personally, because I think JD is probably going to be getting called up soon. He's probably going to be, and me and Ann have talked about like what we think may happen with JD McDonough. If he does get called up by some chance, I don't really know, but yeah, I know Dragon Lee is, this is his debut match. I really think this is more so a Dragon Lee showcase. I don't see them actually putting a title on Dragon Lee like right away. I think this is the time like to really show like how good Dragon Lee is and like showcase his style, showcase his ring work, and every Dragon Lee is like really, really a bad dude. So y'all in for a good show when you see Dragon Lee out there. But yeah, I personally I got Ilya Dragunov winning this. The NXT Women's Championship ladder match. Now this is interesting because we had some storyline movement on NXT. It was a real like Papa Sean talking to one of his children type deals, like, I'm so concerned about you. But Roxanne Perez is back. She's gotten medically cleared to do this match, and she's coming in as still holding the NXT Women's Championship. I don't think this story is over yet though. I don't. I still think that we're going to get like some storyline movement within this match to where Roxanne is probably affected in a bad way during this match. if she wins, it's going to be a real challenging type win for her. Like she's going to have to really, really fight for it. But personally, I think, and that matter of fact, let me say I didn't even say who's all in this match. Roxanne Perez, Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria, and Indy Hartwell are all going to be a part of this match. And Indy won. Indy got in from winning a triple threat between her, Sol Ruka, and oh my gosh, totally like slipped my mind. Who else was in that match? But yeah, she won a triple threat. Basically cashing in off of Sol Ruka's finisher, the Soul Snatcher. But Indy Hartwell made her way in into this match. Personally, I have Tiffany Stratton winning this. I think it's time. I think it's a Tiffany Stratton time. Like if you want to put the belt on her now, I think it's totally fine to do that. I mean, I know the belt has been on a heel for a whole a whole year with Mandy Rose when she held the title. I know Roxanne hasn't had it, very long, but if you want to go in that direction to like for storyline purposes to move the belt off of Roxanne while she like builds her way back to becoming champion again, I think putting it on Tiffany Stratton is the best bet here. I think she's the best bang for your buck. So I got Tiffany Stratton winning that. And then finally, we have the NXT Championship match. This is Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes. I'm gonna really need Carmelo Hayes to bring it in this match for real, because the match he did with Apollo Crews at Vengeance Day, that shit wasn't that great. It wasn't that good of a match. Like I didn't like how it paced. I think it had some good moments, but it just wasn't the best. Carmelo has to go out there by himself. He has to fucking win this for real. Like he has to play ball. Like, and this is without Trick Williams. If Trick Williams out there, bro, I'm gonna be looking at you. Like I'm gonna be holding you up like a fake $20 bill to the light, bro. Like, and I love Carmelo Hayes. I think Carmelo's great and everything. And I like the fact that they have their storyline is not necessarily a blood feud, but more like a may the best man win type deal, which I think is fair between the two. So it's a babyface versus babyface type deal. So to have Trick Williams like interfering in this would be kind of dumb, in my opinion. So we gotta keep him off. We gotta keep Trick Williams out of the picture on this. And if we do get a win, like I have Carmelo Hayes winning this match. You know what I'm saying? Like I have him defeating Braun Breaker, because if he defeats Braun Breaker, that means Braun Breaker's on his way up the main roster. I think he's a night after Mania debut, personally. In that, I think it's time for Braun Breaker to come out of NXT. He's been down there long enough. And I think the championship run it's gotten stale. It's gotten pretty stale. So I think putting him on the roster with fresh legs, you know what I'm saying, a young guy trying to build his way up on the main roster, I think that's him. I think it's time for that. So I got Carmelo Hayes winning this. So yeah, and that's NXT Stand and Deliver LA. One thing I will say about probably at the end of NXT Stand and Deliver, I feel like, I don't know. Part of me feels like somebody's going to come out, a new signee. But I'll just leave that there. I don't know about Stand and Deliver just ending like with that win and celebrating and all that. Like I don't know. I feel like somebody's music gonna hit, and I don't know. Things may get interesting. But anyway, yep, we're done with Stand and Deliver. It is time to move on with WrestleMania 39. So let's get it. Let's go. All right, WrestleMania 39. So we have the final cards. For WrestleMania 39. Night one. Now I don't know if they got this wrong on the poster or they didn't change plans. In a sense, which I would understand if they did, because I mean, come on. So night one, we have now John Cena and Austin Theory was supposed to be the WrestleMania night one opener. Supposedly, it was reported that earlier. Now, just because it was reported earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like plans change. Like they change, like especially for WrestleMania. Like they will change around WrestleMania, the WrestleMania card, like as somebody singing America the Beautiful. Like it's been like that before. Like literally a few years ago, WrestleMania opened with Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, like Universal Championship match. Like it opened that way. Like that's the shit that happens. So who knows? But it's confusing because in big letters here they got John Cena versus Austin Theory as almost looking like it's the main event of night one. So who knows? I don't really know. But yeah, we got John Cena versus Austin Theory on night one. I think that was like one of the earliest matches like announced, you know what I'm saying, for night one. So probably the first one, if I'm not mistaken. So we have that. Um Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Um, we have the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Um, Followed by the 6-woman tag match: Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. Um, Next up, we have Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Honestly, I think that is going to end up being the match of the night, personally. Um, and then after that, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. You know, night one is solid, bro. Just reading those, like, man, like these are good. These are like really solid matches. Looking forward to. The only one I'm kind of like about is the 6-woman tag. And really it's because like Lita is probably gonna be moving around like she's hurt. Because Lita just doesn't move that well anymore. Like, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll surprise me. Like I'm confident in all the other girls though, definitely. But if it's gonna have to be some carrying around, like I totally get that. Then we have the WrestleMania Showcase men's tag with Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. So let's get into some early predictions here. I actually have Ant's predictions as well on hand. So I'm going to read off his predictions at the same time as I am reading mine. So for night one, Austin Theory versus you know what? I won't start there. I'm going to start with the men's tag. But Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders. And that matchup, I don't Ant doesn't have a pick, but I think if Ant was here, he would agree with me here with that. I think Braun Strowman and Ricochet are going to win this match personally. Alpha Academy, I think we're dealing with two different breakups here, possibly coming. Um, the Profits and Alpha Academy in their own rights. I think some things are going to like one thing is going to take off the WrestleMania. The next thing is probably going to take off the night after Mania. So if you look at the like what's going on with the Profits now, it's looking like they really moving towards distancing Montez away from Angelo Dawkins. And rightfully so. Personally, I think it's time for Montez to get on with his singles career. I think he can really ball out. I think he can really be a legit star. Um, and Angelo Dawkins ain't no slouch neither. You know what I'm saying? He's that powerhouse, athletic type of guy who can like ball in the ring. I just need you to get new gear. It's time, bro. It's That shit look so bad, bro. That shit, man. It's nah, man. Like it's over, bro. Oh shit, I hit the wrong thing. Damn. Man, it's been a minute since I've been hitting my switches. But yeah, Angelo, like, yeah. Matter of fact, your shit so terrible, it just threw me off, dog. Like the double headband,
This monkey
the
swaggerless.
the brazier top, the fuck, dog. It's got to go, bro. It's got to go. So yeah, there's that. And then on the other side, we have Alpha Academy. You know, we got Otis. Otis is being like distracted by Maxine Dupree a lot. You know what I'm saying? She sees the model, the art of Otis. This shit is hilarious. She sees the art of Otis. So it's looking like, you know, they're probably gonna be moving Chad Gable and Otis apart here. So really, I feel that this could go between the Raiders and Braun Strowman and Ricochet, but Braun Strowman and Ricochet, um, together, I'm not sure if they've really been winning a lot. I know they won on Monday. You know what I'm saying? They won, and it was really cool, like how they won too. The spot that they did with the with Montez, that was real fire. But yeah, I just feel like Braun Strowman and Ricochet are just gonna win here, and I think Ant would probably agree. But if they didn't, it would probably be the Viking Raiders for sure. Um, Next up, we will talk about Rey Mysterio and Dominic. Man, I think me and Ant are like crossed on this one, if I'm not mistaken, or I could be wrong. You know what? No, we're on the same page. No, we're not. We're not. Oh wow. So Ant has Dominic Mysterio winning against his father. I think that's not bad. I don't think that's a bad idea if Dominic won. However, I picked Rey Mysterio to win this. I think it's time for Dominic to get a proper ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like we need some sandals, some belts coming out there, and they need to put it all on his ass. They whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? But if we looking at future storyline purposes, if we looking at Dominic continuing to be in the Judgment Day past WrestleMania, I can see him winning here. You know, I could totally see Ant's point of view there. However, yeah, I got Ray winning this. I mean, Ray's going into the Hall of Fame. I'm really hoping that it's not a complete work with Ray going into the Hall of Fame. I hope that Dom doesn't attack him while he's like making his speech and everything. If Ray does acknowledge Dom in his speech, I hope that it's just like on some he's sitting with Rhea and he just like, yeah, whatever, dad, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like and just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, son, the next day I'm gonna show you why I'm a legend. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna show you why I sacrificed all those birthdays, you know what I mean, to come out here and work. Like I'm gonna show you what a 30-year career look like to yours, you know what I mean? So yeah, I got Ray winning that and Ant picked Dominic winning that. So that's gonna be a pretty good match. It's gonna be real cool. We're gonna really this Dominic's time to really showcase himself, dog. Like, you know, he's gonna have to really like bring it against his dad. You know what I'm saying? He basically has the same move set. You know, it's kind of like a move set of Ray and Eddie put together, but he doesn't have necessarily the athleticism of neither one of them. But, you know, this is his chance to shine, man. So we're gonna see what happens there. Up next, I guess we'll talk about the 6-woman tag real quick. I won't hop into it too much. But yeah, me and Anna are on the same page there. We both have Damage Control winning this. I think they've been losing a lot lately, and I think they're going to be an item beyond WrestleMania still. So Damage Control to keep them strong, get them a good win, possibly moving like Bailey back into a title picture almost. Like, yeah, this is time to get to get that win. So I got Damage Control winning this, and so does Ant. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. This is one that I'm kind of conflicted on. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I am very conflicted. Oh, Ant did send me his. Oh my goodness, he did send me his Stand and Deliver. But yeah, he's pretty much there with me on Stand and Deliver too. Except he got Gallus winning the tag match. Then he got Wesley winning the five way. So there's that. Everything else he got, like me and him are like on the same page. So he got Tiffany Stratton winning, Carmella winning. Yeah. So the next match, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Yeah, let's talk about that one. So we know that build up has been like really, really funny in the light. However, it turned up about a week ago. I don't necessarily know what they're going to do on SmackDown because, again, this recording is being done before the day before SmackDown. So we're putting it out early. So I don't really know what they're going to do, like to heat this up, with one night to go. I'm not necessarily sure. Unless she literally has to like throw Ric Flair off the stage or some shit. I don't know. But and his pick is Rhea Ripley. I think I picked the same. Yeah, I picked Rhea Ripley too. It's just real interesting, like, because what does Judgment Day do after this? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Rhea Ripley SmackDown Women's Champion, like, is Judgment Day gonna follow her completely over to SmackDown, or are they gonna are they gonna split? Like, you got a Judgment Day faction in SmackDown, Judgment Day faction in on Raw. Like, I don't really know. But yeah, Rhea Ripley, I got her winning here. I got her beating Charlotte Flair too. However, Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair. So we all know that like Charlotte Flair could easily win this shit and be done with it. But we all know Rhea Ripley wants to get her win. She wants to beat Charlotte Flair. So for her, this is kind of like her Austin. You know what I'm saying? Like, like looking back, like Stone Cold and The Rock, The Rock didn't beat Austin until his third time at, WrestleMania 19. So this is probably what this is to Rhea. Like, I got to beat you and I got to become the SmackDown Women's Champ. So yeah, we got Rhea Ripley winning that. The tag match. Now, I'm not sure if this tag match is going to main event night one or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I think, I think it, if you asked me like 2 weeks ago, it was main event night one, but I'm not really sure now, because of just how this poster is set up. So, the Usos, the undisputed tag team champions, versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And I think it's clear cut, like, who our picks are here. I look, this WrestleMania, I feel like this is the end of the bloodline. So I think we're taking, you know what I'm saying? I'll get into that more. But I got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn winning this. So does Ant. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are two best friends who just went through the indie scene together, who went through like their come up through WWE together from NXT, like homegrown in NXT. Everything they did in Ring of Honor. And now here they are finally teaming up together on the biggest stage of them all at WrestleMania. I think it is very obvious that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to win here. They're going to win. So, yeah, I got them winning. I got them beating the Usos. And it's very interesting that this is night one. Very interesting because I've been thinking some things, and I'm going to talk about that when I get to night two. So, yeah, I got them winning. So does Ant. And possibly like the changing of the guard, the passing of the torch, I mean, this is everything right here. Everything is on the line right here for Austin Theory, bro. You know, I have not been one of those super critical people of Austin Theory. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Vince has been gone. Like, I've kind of been like, okay, I kind of changed the tide on Austin Theory personally because I kind of just saw like, yeah, this is going to be their guy. Like they want him to be the guy or a guy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like his future, he's only 24, 25 years old. So I mean, come on, man. He looks like the typical white guy that they know and love to have as like a face of the company one day. So yeah, Austin Theory versus the GOAT, John Cena. Whew. Like, yeah, like, okay. So I'm gonna say this. John Cena did not bury Austin Theory. Okay. He didn't bury him. He's challenging him. He did cook him. He cooked him up. He sauteed his ass. But that was not a burial. That was literally like, look, if you really like that, you better show up. Otherwise, it's gonna be the dumbest decision you ever made in your life was challenging me. Like for real. Cause I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I'm gonna show you why I'm him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this thing has been building up for like the last year. You know, Austin Theory Austin Theory has been sending his, jabs through different things, social media, different commercials, different, everything. Like it was kind of all in the stars, all in the cards that this was going to end up that way. I don't know if this is main eventing though, night one, because again, what we got from on the newswire before, but yeah, Austin Theory versus John Cena. I have Austin Theory winning this. I think John Cena is going to do the job for him. He's going to make him work for it, though. He's going to definitely make him work for it. And if he don't bring it, expect Super Cena to come back. Expect it. Expect Cena to say something in his ear like, nah, bro, this ain't it. I gotta end this shit. Nope, you're not it. You're not it, kid. Like, this is his time. This is Austin Theory's chance. Austin Theory, everybody always kept saying Austin Theory's events. Like, he's the Triple H guy. This is one of Triple H. Triple H signed him. So this is one of Triple H guys. So he really got a lot on his back. He got to impress H, and he got to impress Cena, because Cena is like that guy that's gonna be like, yeah, put the rocket on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go finish shooting my movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? But put that rocket on him. So you want me to do the job, he got to bring it. So this is his chance. This is his chance to do it. He had a really, really good empty arena promo on Monday, Austin Theory. Like, it was really, really great. And I'm glad they brought that back, you know what I'm saying, for him. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a real late 90s attitude era type vibe where people would just be talking shit, sitting in the bleachers and all that and whatnot. And Austin did it in an empty arena, and he really, really talked some good game here. So you got to bring it, kid. You got to do it. So I have Austin Theory winning, and so does Ant. So there's that. And then I forgot possibly my match of the night for night one, and Ant seems to agree with me there on our pick. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul's contract ends at WrestleMania, so yeah, he's doing the job. We both have Seth Rollins winning this. Seth, he needs a Mania win. Like, he's done a lot over the past year to like carry as much water as possible, and at the same time totally rehabbed his character into like being so over. It's insane. Like, Seth Rollins, this is by far the best version of Seth Rollins to me. I think this one and the Beast Slayer is probably like the best two. But I would put the Beast Slayer and the Architect probably neck and neck, because the Architect was just Seth was a bad boy, man. The Architect that's a bad boy. Visionary, I put at the bottom. But Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. I think they're going to really bring it. Like, we got two guys who can be freakishly athletic. I really hope no one gets hurt during this match, especially Seth. Like, I want Seth to just be healthy, not do too much. But yeah, I think these two are going to really, really bring it in this match. Yeah, we both got Seth winning this. Seth had to do the job to Cody last year. You know what I'm saying? Because Cody came back. So I think it's good and proper to have Seth win this, and then put Logan down. See you later, Logan. But Logan Paul's had a really nice run. He had a real nice run, and their buildup has been great. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, he didn't knock Seth out twice. So with the one lucky punch, and they need to do that in this match. They need to do the one lucky punch, but Seth has to kick out. He got to kick out. So they need to do that again. So yeah, that's night one. That's night one. Night one, our predictions for night one. So now, night two. Night two. Ooh, we got some things to do here, brother. So, night two. This is looking very interesting. So, night two, we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This is the women's showcase tag match. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. RIP to Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, and maybe Shotzi. That women's showcase, we have Brock, the big meaty men slapping meat. The first one, Brock Lesnar versus Omos. It's gonna be a very interesting match. We have Hell in the Cell, Edge, the Devil. I'm guessing this is gonna be the Brood Edge, versus the Demon Finn Balor. I'm really interested in like what I know we know our version of the demon that we were used to before, but that was the face demon. In a sense, I feel like, especially when you listen to like Finn's promo on Monday, which was wow. Like, it looked like he shot that in 8K. You know what I'm saying? Like, that promo was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, Finn says, like, the demon didn't go away. The demon is always inside of me. So I think that's very interesting. I don't know if Finn wants to spend a lot of time like getting painted and whatnot, but this is the first time. This is the first Mania with the demon. So you kind of like gotta like really, really bring it this time. You know, after all these years. So I feel, and I think I said this on the past episode, I think the demon this time is going to be half fan, half demon, in a sense. Like, I think that's the version of a demon that we're going to get, since Finn is still a heel. If we don't get that and we just get the demon, fine. You know what I'm saying? Maybe instead of red, he got purple on him to represent Judgment Day. I don't know, but it's gonna be real cool to see that match. The second big meaty men slapping meat match for the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. So that's going to be an interesting match, of course. Got a lot of storyline moving on that too. The Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. We have that, and our main event since WrestleMania. The build has been really, really great. The reactions have been wonderful. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the final boss, the planet in which the sun rotates around. Roman Reigns, the undisputed Universal Champion, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So here we are, a year removed from Cody's return back to WWE, and within a year, you know what I'm saying, barring that he got injured, after Hell in a Cell last year. Um, well, not after. I mean, right before Hell in a Cell. The day of, or I think it was the day before. Um, he within a year, Cody is already main eventing WrestleMania. So this is all in the stars from here. So we're going to jump into these predictions first. So first, we're going to talk about the Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia, the women's showcase. Um, right here, I have Liv Morgan and Raquel winning this. Raquel, I think post WrestleMania, there's a lot of good plans for Raquel coming. Um, like name, especially like when you think about like the Queen of the Ring, the King and Queen of the Ring that's coming. That's gonna be the show's gonna be happening in Saudi. Um, she's a Triple H girl. Um, Triple H is very fond of her. And to me, I think she just has the look. I think she has that look of like a future champion or contender on her. I really I do like Raquel. I do like her. So I think this is like, again, the showcase. This is about Raquel Rodriguez here. So and Liv too, because Liv is still she's still a top star. Um as well too. So yeah, I got Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan winning this. And I think Ant will probably agree with me there. Natalia and Shotzi. Yeah, no. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. The interesting thing there is Ronda Rousey is literally doing WrestleMania with a broken arm. So that's why I kind of don't have them winning here. I think Ronda's probably about to take some time off after this too. So I kind of can't put them in that winning bracket there. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, like I really y'all are there for cannon fodder. So they're the ones that's probably gonna get their ass whooped the most. They're probably gonna catch the most finishers. They're probably gonna they're not winning this at all. So yeah. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez is winning that. Let's talk Brock Lesnar versus Almost. This is interesting because I think both of us have Brock Lesnar defeating Almost here, but the build towards Almost has been pretty freaking strong. Like Brock has really been selling him. Because Brock just said, "Look, I'm gonna take care of this shit. Like I'm gonna make sure Almost look strong as hell because brother, I was not gonna do this shit with Bray Wyatt. I was not doing this with Bray Wyatt, bro. So you know what? when we come back after WrestleMania, bro, we're gonna have an honest conversation about Bray Wyatt. we gonna sit here. We're gonna have a real honest conversation about Bray Wyatt. I'm not gonna do that right now, but yeah. Y'all know what I mean. Um but we both have Brock Lesnar winning here. However, in a sense, I would not be surprised if he does the job for Almost. Brock Lesnar has a 2-year deal that I think ends at WrestleMania. He only signed for 2 years. I think there was some rumor out there that he did sign on for another year. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I got Lesnar winning here. However, wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. You know. But so we both agree on there. I think it's going to be a good match though. I think it's going to be very entertaining. I think it's going to be that spectacle thing that, you know what I'm saying, that the fans and everybody pulls up to WrestleMania for, right? You know what I'm saying? They pull up for spectacle. They pull up for like to see these big giants go against one another, you know what I'm saying? And Almost a 7'4", bro. Like 7'4", Brock Lesnar 6'3". You know what I'm saying? So there's some real the giant versus King David type deal. You know what I'm saying? So except, King David is a beast in Brock Lesnar, who's like not human at all. So yeah, I got Brock Lesnar winning that too. Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor in the Hell in a Cell match. Um, yeah, I don't have Edge winning this. Yeah, I don't see Edge winning this. I don't see him beating the Demon. Last time we saw the Demon, actually, he got beat by Roman Reigns. So like he got packed up by Roman. So yeah, the comeback for the Demon at WrestleMania, you ain't the Finn's not taking an L here, bro. He's about to end Edge once and for all. And because the Judgment Day is going to it still exists beyond WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like Finn has already like kind of talked about plans. Like he wants to add another member. So going back to what I was saying about like JD McDonough, you know, possibly if he gets called up, if he doesn't go back to Europe, who was trained by Finn, he could be that new member that comes into the fold with the Judgment Day. So who knows? I don't really know, but that's just my hypothesis. Um, but yeah, I have the Demon winning this. So does Ant. So not a whole lot there. I do think this is going to be a pretty good match. I think it's going to be pretty brutal. I think it's going to be a very brutal match because we all know how Edge can be brutal, but he's going to really try to like kill the Demon. And he's just not going to be able to do it. So I think this also again is like kind of spectacle in a sense. Like I think you're going to see like lights flickering and you know who knows. It's just going to light changes. It's going to be a real interesting Hell in a Cell match. You know, and this is the first Hell in a Cell match I think since the end of the eras. Hell in a Cell with Undertaker and Triple H. You know, like was it 10 years ago? 10 maybe yeah, about 8 9 10 years ago. So I think this is like yeah, this gonna be a banger. I think that's gonna be a hard match. um Up next, the Intercontinental Championship triple threat: Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Sheamus is on the cups of becoming a I'm sorry, I was gonna say triple crown, but a Grand Slam champion. That's what I meant. He's on the cusp of becoming a Grand Slam champion. Literally, the Intercontinental Championship is the only title he hasn't held. Um, Universal title he hasn't held either, but he's been the world champion. You know, way back when the World Championship existed, the big gold belt. So yeah, if he wins this, he becomes a Grand Slam champion. Um, I think here me and Ant both picked Sheamus. However, we do both believe that Gunther is not taking the pin here. The only way you're going to get this belt off of Gunther is either Sheamus or Drew pin one of the other. Like Gunther's not going to be pinned at all in this match. He probably going to catch two finishers, and then it's going to come down to Sheamus, whoever hits the finisher first between Sheamus and Drew. Like that's pretty much what we have there. So yeah, that's going to be a real good match. Real big meaty man slapping meat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be brutal. It's going to be tough. What happens beyond this? It's going to be interesting. I don't have Drew winning this. Only way I would think Drew wins this is if Sheamus and Drew runs it back at Backlash in Puerto Rico, and that's when Sheamus gets the win. But Drew, you know, health wise, you know, you got to think about Drew with his health. Drew, you need to sit your ass down for real. But we'll see. We'll see. But we both have Sheamus winning this, become a Grand Slam champ. So there's that. Up next, we have the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Now, this has been a very weird build. Not even gonna hold you. But this is as Asuka of a build as it can be. Being that, you know, it's kind of like Joshi Asuka in a sense. Just evil Asuka. So I think this is probably going to be Bianca's biggest challenge outside of like Becky Lynch last year. Hmm. Yeah, this is an interesting thing. I'll say Ant's pick. Ant has Bianca winning actually, which I'm not totally saying. I'm not going to disagree. I don't disagree with completely. Because it would be like a real hill to climb for Bianca to beat Asuka. You know what I'm saying? That means she didn't took out every NXT pillar, NXT women's pillar, except for Charlotte. You know, Charlotte would be the one that remains left behind. And Bianca has said, I want to defeat Charlotte. So, and that also would make sense if Charlotte does lose to Rhea and she's without a title, and then we can get Bianca versus Charlotte. But honestly, I don't really think we need a title belt to get Bianca versus Charlotte personally. So, um, my pick there is actually Asuka. I got Asuka winning. I'm not sure. I'm not sure has Asuka got a win at WrestleMania. Part of me feels like she has, but again, I don't. I know the year she won the Royal Rumble, she went against Charlotte. She didn't win that one, so I could be wrong though. Somebody fact check me on that later. But yeah, I have Asuka winning this. Bianca has had a hell of a run. She is the longest tenured black champion ever. Black man, black woman. She is the longest tenured black champion ever. That is amazing. She had like one of the best WrestleManias last year. She's held that title. She's had a run. She don't need a title, bro. She does not need a title on her all the time. If it's time for her to drop it, there's no one better than Asuka. Asuka can be that evil dominating champion on Raw that we know she can be. But they're gonna have a banger of a match. And yeah, I got Asuka winning here and has Bianca winning there. So we're split on that. And finally, we have made it to the end. Our main event for Sunday night 2. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Listen, man, they got this in bright lights for a reason. This is a crowning. This is a passing of the guard. This is literally Cody Rhodes becoming the face of the WWE. And here I am, 2023, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like years ago, I didn't see it until I started seeing Cody starting to bet on himself when he left WWE and he went to the indie circuit. Then he ended up in New Japan. Then he ended up in NWA. Then he ended up in Ring of Honor. And then he ended up starting a company with his cohorts from New Japan with Tony Khan. They crowdfunded a company because they were challenged by Dave Meltzer to say that no indie show in the United States will sell over 10,000 seats. And they sold that shit astronomically at All In. And that became AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Cody was there throughout the pandemic as a founder, as an executive vice president. And then the money got funny. And then he saw an opportunity to say, you know what, my bag is up. I have value now. I have a lot of value. So I'm going back home. And he left. He left All Elite Wrestling. He left AEW. And he came back to WWE. If that right there is not a story enough for what we are about to witness this coming Sunday, I don't really know what to tell you. The crowd loves this guy. The kids love this guy. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, is literally made to be a star in the WWE. It's It's crazy. This guy was Stardust, bro. He was Stardust. At WrestleMania 31, he was Stardust. He was wrestling against like Stephen Amell and shit. Like, and you look at what he is now. Like, this is you got kids dressing up like him in the crowd. He takes off his belt. He hands the kid. He kisses it. He hands it to a kid in the crowd like every week, every house show. He's put himself out there as a man of the people because it's been on record that people said Cody actually literally be staying after shows and like signing as many autographs and taking as many pictures, giving as many hugs, kissing babies and all that shit before, he takes off for the night. Like literally Cody Rhodes he's your guy. He's gotten the boost from John Cena as John Cena was barring up Austin Theory. He's got it. He's got it, man. He's got it. And there's nobody else you could really pass over the guard to at this moment in time if you're going to dethrone Roman Reigns, who honestly is in need of a break. You know what I'm saying? Roman has been holding it down since he returned during the pandemic, during the Thunderdome period, where we first saw the tribal chief. And his story has just been Roman Reigns is the fucking man. And he will be the man even without the titles. Period. This is the best version of Roman Reigns, and I hope he doesn't ever have to change it ever again. Like I hope he stays the tribal chief until he says I don't want to wrestle no more. And it's all in the cards, man. Roman Reigns, he's done it. He's done it all. I know a lot of people are saying like, yo, Roman got to get those 1,000 days. He's the longest tenured champion, bro. He doesn't really even have to get the 1,000 days. You know what I'm saying? Like he can fall short of that, and that'll be that. I don't think anybody else is going to reach those heights. You know what I'm saying? That Roman has. Being the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think so. I think it's just kind of like unattainable at this point. A lot of things had to happen for Roman to be put into that position, and he's done it all. And like I was saying, like the end of the bloodline, I think this is where it happens. It happens in this match. I feel like Jey Uso is going to. They're probably gonna have Cody like down. Because Cody's gonna have to work for this. Cody's gonna get beat down. He's gonna get his ass whooped. He's gonna get beat up. Roman's gonna talk a lot of shit in this match. He's gonna talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? We know how Roman is when he be talking. When he be talking, when he putting the beats on you, it's for real. Like this is this is what we gonna see. And then the bloodline brothers gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be around that ring, and Roman gonna be commanding orders. And then exactly what Cody said to him, you are going to be a chief with no tribe. You're gonna be a Roman with no reigns. Your people gonna like turn away from you, and you're gonna be a man without a country. And I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. I think Jey Uso he's gonna lead the charge and be like, man, I'm done. I'm tired of this. Like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like this is done. See you later, cuz. And then main event Jey Uso. I think that's when we gonna start getting that. But a lot of things. I think the fractures within the bloodline completely collapsed during this match, and that's how Cody is going to win on Sunday. Cody Rhodes is going to finish his story, and complete the legacy for his father that he did not get a chance to complete, and that he's not going to unfortunately get a chance to see. He's going to finish the story. And he's going to become the undisputed Universal Champion at WrestleMania 39. Roman is going to do the job. He's going to do the job. It's probably going to take about 3 crossroads and 3 Cody cutters, but hey, it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. Cody Rhodes is in the best position to become the face of this company, and there's no better time to do it than now. So, and I think it's a unanimous between me and Ant. We both have Cody Rhodes winning and defeating Roman Reigns. And yes, that is our picks for WrestleMania 39. So that's that, man. We are done. I am done with this episode. I talked for almost like an hour and a half by myself. I did not know I could do that. I did not know I was capable of doing that. Wow, that's cool. This was pretty cool to do this episode by myself. And we have a watch party going on for night 1 and night 2, collaboration with Show Your Work Network, just like we did with the Royal Rumble. Except this is going to be a hell of a weekend, man. So definitely, I look forward to like being in there with the guys and sharing, talking with people in the Discord at the same time as this is going on, and also like messing with the Twitter channels and all that. Like, it's gonna be like a lot, bro. This is gonna be so much. But yeah, we got the watch party coming, so look forward to that. Next week we're actually gonna take off, but we're gonna have the audio for the watch party going up on the on our channels. So for anybody who like misses it or whatever and wants to listen to us like in their clowning and everything, it's gonna be up on our channel. So we're taking off next week because we're coming back with season 3. Season 3, like season 2 ended with WrestleMania, bro. It ended. So yeah, we're done. We're done here. So we're looking forward to getting season 3 off and running. And we'll be back with season 3 with episode 25, baby. 25 in, man. So thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you so much for listening and supporting and everything that you all have done for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to say this now because y'all literally have been here since September. That we've been following all of this all the way throughout WrestleMania. So this is our first WrestleMania as a podcast. So thank you so much for your support. I'm out of here. My voice, I feel like I've been like talking like nonstop. Like, I just been, my throat, I've taken a few sips of water, so my throat needs to rest. Pause. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all be blessed. It's WrestleMania season, baby. Peace. This is Midcarders and Catering Podcast, a weekly podcast focused on pro wrestling and hosted by AJ and Aunt P. Follow us on Twitter at MidcardersDET. Midcarders and Catering Podcast is powered by the MKU Network.